Hey, hello, good morning, and all that stuff. My goal today is to keep this video under 5 minutes, so we'll see how well that works. Um, this assumes you've already taken a photo of yourself in front of the black background. Uh, if you're looking at your face here, my face, and half your face is totally, completely white and blown out, like overexposed, you might want to reshoot this. So talk to me about the exposure settings, but yeah, let's just make this black and white. So what we're going to do is I'm going to crop this photo to a square, and then we're going to make it black and white, and then we're going to change our little avatar on the computer. The first thing I want to show you, make sure that you can see your layers window. If you can't, look under the window menu and choose layers, but because I think all that Hockney stuff we've been doing, you should have access to it easily. And my favorite way of making something black and white is using an adjustment layer. If we come down here to the bottom of the layer window, you have these options like to make a new layer, make a new folder. This little black and white half moon circle-y thing are the adjustment layers. So I'm going to click on that, and you have lots of different options. We're going to choose black and white. Okay, then what happens is it gives you this properties window. So this is another thing that if it's not open, but it should be by default, you have to go into the Windows menu and choose properties. But from here, you can choose a preset. So a blue filter makes my face look one way, a darker filter. Yeah. Whoa, high contrast blue filter, not so hot. Infrared probably isn't going to be all that great either, right? If you want to see all my like skin damage over the years, all that valet parking. I'm going to just choose the darker filter. And it looks pretty good. You can adjust these sliders. We're going to do something a little later with these sliders, but I would just choose a preset that makes you look good, right? Okay. I like this. I'm happy with it. Now I just want to crop it. So I'm going to go to the crop tool here. And if we want to make a perfect square, you can go into this ratio here and choose 1:1. And then it will make it a square for you. And I'm going to shrink down my crop a little bit, move my head around, get it nice and centered. Yeah, your picture should really be like from the neck up, because I'm going to use this to kind of see whose computer is what later on. And once you're happy with this crop, you hit return to set the crop. And that's it. Save it as a JPEG on your desktop. File, save as. I'm going to call this my headshot dash Zbarth. Under format, choose JPEG. And I want it to go to my desktop here. And click save. Quality is always 10. Click OK. Okay, the next step is to come down here into the system preferences. And when you're in the system preferences, this is the first screen you see. We're going to go down to the users and groups preference. And here you have your whatever avatar was assigned to you. I'm going to take my picture here on the desktop and just drag it and drop it onto the bald eagle. So coincidentally, yeah, they chose bald eagle for this one. I'm not going to take that personally, so I'm going to click and drag this other picture of a bald eagle, drop it on here. And I believe, yeah, it's going to give you a little window, lets you blow it up, but you can see like this little circle. Let's keep your head kind of contained in that circle here. I think you can move it down a little bit, right? So a nice clear shot so I can see your picture easily here. Click save, especially when it's in such a small format here. The screenshot I'd like you to turn in for this is basically what you see here. Photoshop in the background, I want to see that you've made an adjustment layer in Photoshop and that you've also changed your user avatar here. in the user settings. Please do not make anything crazy. Don't put bull horns or Halloween costume on you. I need to kind of clearly, at a glance, recognize your face here. And that's it. So Shift Command 4, Photoshop, System Prefs, and my layers would be awesome. And that's what you're going to turn in here. So, and I think I just made it around 5 minutes, so I'm happy about that, and that's when I'm going to click stop.